Emma Williams joins us, Corporate Vice President at Microsoft, live out of Redmond, Washington. In other words, MSFT HQ. Emma, great to see you and appreciate your time. Hope you're keeping safe. So tell us more about this virtual commute function. How exactly does it work?
Well, first of all, Martin and Sri, thank you so much for asking me to be your guest this morning. Sending all of my greetings from Redmond, Washington. So let's talk a little bit about this new feature and why we brought it about. As Microsoft Teams has become this hub for communication and collaboration online and has had that surge in meeting the demand of our customers, we started to see some really interesting global trends in the data that helped us make some decisions about these features. I'll give you an example. We saw a 69% increase in people sending Teams chat messages from 5 p.m. to midnight. And we saw a 200% increase in messages over the weekend and a 55% increase in people having online collaboration meetings together. All of which is to say that people started to experience over the past few months a elongated working day and even an elongated working week. And in fact, many people in Microsoft, we say a lot that actually we've seen with our customers 2 years of digital transformation in only 2 months. And many CEOs are telling me, especially in healthcare, they're seeing 8 years of transformation in healthcare in 2 months. So when you start adding all of this up, Shri and Martin, you can kind of look at it and say, gosh, these elongated working days and these elongated working weeks are actually hard on people. So we did a Harris Poll survey around the world where we actually talked to about 6,000 employees in 8 countries, including the Asia Pacific. And it reinforced that data that people were beginning to feel a little bit overwhelmed. In fact, in the Asia Pacific region, that we saw a third of people saying they're now experiencing burnout. And another third of people saying that this elongated working day and working weekend is causing them to have a sense of feeling overwhelmed and it's affecting their mental health and well being. And so when we looked at all of that data and talked to them, they about 73% said that they would benefit from some form of mindfulness and meditation. So to your point, the first feature that we are announcing that we think is going to be really helpful inside Microsoft Teams is this virtual commute. And what I love about it, it's my favorite feature. I used to drive to home from work in the evenings, and many of my colleagues out there in the world, you take your buses and trains and drive your cars. And even though you may have hated your commute for many reasons, actually, it's really good for the human brain. What it allows you to do is to decompress from your day. You synthesized everything that went through your day, you problem solve, you role play a conversation you'll have tomorrow, you assign tasks to yourself. And by the time you walk in your front door, you greet your friends and family as a relaxed and transformed individual.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk from your kitchen to your living room, you get 1 minute. And where is the relaxation? So we're bringing that virtual commute feature into Teams to help you at the end of
Boy,
your
I tell
day.
you, and I gotta say, it sounds really potentially really helpful. So,
Mhm.
practically speaking, to the question how it works, I guess sounds like you can literally program a chunk of time that otherwise, in normal circumstances, pre-COVID, would have been used for your commute at the beginning of your day, before your day begins, and program the same thing, commute home, a virtual commute home at the end. You can make that 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. I mean, if you're taking a train from New York to DC, that would be probably like more like 2 hours. But is that how it
Yep.
works?
Exactly that. You can choose exactly how long you like, 15 minutes to half an hour to program those things. And actually, what the virtual commute experience will do for you is we'll say, hey, sign off on those tasks that you completed today. So you have that sense of accomplishing something. It will ask you how you felt today. Were you feeling happy or stressed or excited? And start to track your mood. And then, indeed, the most important thing that we're brought into it is that mindfulness and meditation, where we're doing a partnership with Headspace, which is, of course, a global brand for meditation, deeply data and science backed for all of the experiences it brings to you. And just that mindfulness meditation into your virtual commute. We've saw that in healthcare, if nurses have 4 of those mindfulness sessions in a row over 4 days, it actually reduces their burnout by 14%.
Wow.
And God knows
Okay.
we need all the nurses around the world to be happy and healthy these days, right?
No, yeah, yeah, couldn't agree more. So what happens after you programmed your commute time or virtual commute, beginning your day before it begins and also at the end? Does it mean that nobody can try and connect to you on Teams? I mean, and does it flash a reply like, sorry, I'm on the road, or how does it work?
Well, actually, one of the things we love about the virtual commute is it legitimizes it because it puts it on your calendar. And what you can say to your colleagues is like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't have a meeting with you at 5 p.m. I'm on my virtual commute. And people will start to have this parlance and this taxonomy where they understand each other. Oh, I can't disturb Emma now. She's on her virtual commute. And in fact, one of the features that we'll be bringing in as we pivot more and more into the employee well-being space is allowing you to set as part of that virtual commute your quiet hours. So stay tuned for so many more employee well-being things that we're going to be building for you because every CEO tells me right now that the secret for them surviving and thriving with their businesses is going to be employee well-being.
I couldn't agree more, Emma. And I hope at some point you bring out an app to help harassed parents help their kids with their homework, because it's increasingly part of work from home right now. And might get some funny looks, though, doing a downward dog on the train going back from work to home. But anyway, talk about being overwhelmed. Can I just bring it back to you guys? Because cloud-based Microsoft applications, including Microsoft Teams, about a week ago, everything went down across the swathe of the United States about last week, as I said. Are you guys almost becoming a victim of your own success? And how do you avoid that happening?
Well, one of the things that I said about this earlier in the show here is that we're seeing 2 years of digital transformation in 2 months. So Satya has given us a call to action in our company. He talks to us and says, we are in Microsoft, we have to be the first responders for the first responders. And as the world globally starts to use our experiences month after month in a reimagined and transformative way, we have to step up and respond. And so we are a global company. We do have data centers around the world. And we do have robust experiences like Microsoft Teams, where today actually we are seeing 75 million actually daily active users in Teams. And if you think about only a few months ago, the average was 20 million daily active users. You can see how we're surging to meet the surge and the demand from our customers around the world globally. Microsoft's a global company. We're in 189 countries and obviously localized into 44 languages with Microsoft Teams. So we will continue to push hard as the world moves into this
Absolutely.
transform stage. We will move with them.